Hi guys. So a good weekend. Really had a good time. It feels like there's always something to pop up, but here's something that I just noticed today, right? So, and I think it's very important that just people notice. You see, I'm kitted out in the gear. Was out coaching today with the lads. Um, but one of the lads now, and this is very important, I think, because you look at all the shit that's going on now with young lads in particular now, and young women as well, but I come at it from a point of view where I understand what a fella is going through more so. I know the signs in a male anyway, a young man. But we've got a lad on the team who, at first glance, you might think, yeah, he's a little bit hard work, he's on his own, he's not really participating, he doesn't seem interested, he doesn't seem excited. And having a chat with him, like, I was talking to him, and a lot of similarities came over me, like, just when he was playing rugby and saying that he found it unenjoyable, like, playing for a club that would have been considered quite a decent club in Dublin. And we had a good chat, a good conversation about it. And I said, like, it's meant to be fun at the end of the day. But, like, I had a feeling something was up. And then we were in a huddle after the game, like, we got beaten by a good score today, and I know the lads' heads were a little down anyway, but he was kind of off on his own. And now, you can kind of think to yourself, get in here, why are you off on your own, you're just being difficult, but, see, this is the thing, when people think of depression, they think it's, oh, someone's very sad, oh, are you okay? You can be disruptive, you can be a pain in the hole to deal with, yeah, like, you can. But that's because you feel like absolute shit. People seem to think it's very clear cut and, oh, let's stop people killing themselves. Yeah, that's all well and good, but you got to recognise the signs. And I didn't think he was a bad young fella. I had a feeling something was going on, and when I went over to him and said, "Are you all right in the head?" That sounds bad. Like, it didn't me. Are you all right in the head? No. He was like, "Is your head all right? Like, are you feeling okay? Like, you can come talk to me if you want. Like, I've no issue with that. I'm not going to give you a bollocking." Um, you could see him, like, passing the ball around or kicking the ball or something, and we'd be like, "Oh, forwards don't kick," because that's where he plays. But I can tell he just wants to kind of enjoy it, and yeah, there's something awry there anyway, and I want to get to the bottom of it. But I do think, having spoken to him today, at least he knows. But I'm glad that I have experienced that, to know the signs, because I could tell the other lads were kind of thinking, oh, he's unruly or whatever, which is, yeah, it can look like that. But we need to spot the signs early. I'd bet my bottom dollar that the poor young fella has depression, and we've got to see it early. It's just something I notice when someone's withdrawn. If they don't see him up for stuff, like if they're not super excited and you think, oh, you're just a spoiled brat or you're not appreciative of anything, you don't appreciate life when you're seriously depressed. And at this age group, like, they are more vulnerable. Like, it takes everything from you. You're just a dull shell of a human being at that point. And then, like, even talking to my brother today, who I met up with him after the game, doctors aren't great, like, I'll be honest. They just give you a load of antidepressants and say, off you go now. We've got more awareness or whatever, or save lives and all this stuff, but to be honest with you, the ones who actually can, all you hear is waiting list after waiting list, medication, which is why, even more importantly, coaches need to spot it. Guys in my position, you could save a young fella's life or a young girl's life by spotting it early and letting them know that they can come to you. If you're a harsh prick to someone, they're not going to come to you, and they're going to go off and God knows what they might do. You got to be approachable. I just thought this was a very important thing to make, because obviously Movember's just passed. I already have a mo, but instead I do the swims for charity instead. But I actually mean it. I'm not saying everyone that does Movember or whatever doesn't mean it, but there's a lot of people who, when you're actually genuinely depressed, they haven't a clue how to deal with it. They say the right thing, but they don't actually fucking know what it's like, how shit you feel every day. It's like slugging a dead weight around, and you can't explain that to someone who hasn't gone through it. I don't care what anyone says. A doctor told me, you know more than I do about it, because you've actually gone through it. I'm not going to claim to know more. I can read as many books as I want, but you know, unfortunately, you know, and I do. But that gives me an added advantage that I know how difficult it is. So maybe there was a reason for this, you know. I could come to that lad and say to him, look, I know the feeling. Come to us if you need to. Told the lads to keep an eye on him as well. And fingers crossed, I hope he's alright. We all need a bit of help out there, you know. So that's all I have to say on that. Mind yourselves and look out for people. Spot the signs early. Know that they can be difficult, yeah. Might be argumentative, they might be defiant or annoyed, easily irritable, you know. It's because you want to get out of your own head and you can't. You're trapped in there. That's why people escape with drugs or alcohol. So we really need to do a better job at spotting the signs.